The Dover Education Foundation is very important, if for no other reason, in that it is the first time that we have had a vehicle where people can donate to the school system, donate to the education system, and that they can do it and receive a taxable deduction. The 501c3 designation has not existed in any other fashion. If we have alumnus that maybe don't have children and they had a very good experience in the Dover educational system and maybe they met their wives as I did there, and they want to give back, well, this finally provides a vehicle where they can receive the credit as a tax-free donation and make that gift, and we can really compete with other charitable organizations. So it's the first time that vehicle has existed, and it's a very important vehicle to have.
I think Dover community is especially suited to having an education foundation because we're a giving community, we're a giving state, and we're a giving community in the state of Arkansas. And our patrons are especially interested in the young people in this area and in them having a good education, a quality education with qualified teachers.
One of my educational experiences from Dover High School that really sets apart for me is I walked into Arkansas Tech, and as a freshman started my first year and walked into General Chemistry 1, and my professor said, in the first week we will cover everything you learned in high school in chemistry. I thought, oh my goodness, what am I in for? Well, I made it through the entire first semester without covering hardly any new material whatsoever, where students from much larger schools were there. They were struggling and had never seen the material, and I felt very proud at that moment to be a graduate at Dover High School and come to Arkansas Tech and be very well prepared. And the same was with physics and many of my other math classes. I feel like I got a really good foundation in my math and science to prepare me for the career I'd chosen.
One of the things I think that citizens can do for the Dover School is to support the Dover School, not only monetarily, but I think that it would be good to come and volunteer at the schools, see what the kids are doing. Even if you don't have a kid in the school, come and volunteer. There are people at the school that I work at that do copying for the teachers. You can come in and you can actually help in the classroom sometimes, and I think that this is a good way to learn more about what is happening at Dover School.
I think the question that I've heard most about the foundation is, why does the school need additional resources when so many tax dollars are already being allocated to the school? And in my opinion, the answer to that is, after the school pays its debt obligations and transportation costs and food costs, there's not always a lot of money for those above and beyond or innovative type programs. And the foundation can really not only be a steward of accountability for private funds, but can also work in partnership with obtaining private funding to help to do those innovative programs, to help to get the technology in the classroom that's needed today, so that small schools like Dover can compete with larger public schools that have more funding, and also private schools even. So I think it's very, very beneficial to our children and to the school district to have this extra source of funding.
One thing that the Educational Foundation has been able to do is to meet the nutritional needs of the students. If a student comes to school hungry, it would be hard for us to expect them to be able to focus and to learn in school. I know when I taught that I saw many children who would fill up their trays on Friday because they wouldn't have anything to eat through the weekend at home. And so I think, you know, it's a vital need that this foundation is meeting, making sure that these kids have food to eat even when they're not in school.
I'm Sue Verdon, member and officer for the Dover Public Education Foundation. My husband and I are also Dover graduates, along with our children and now grandchildren in the Dover School District. As a retired educator, I've witnessed teachers spending their paychecks to help students when there was not other funds available. Many times in today's changing world of education, there are just more needs than there is money to fund those needs. For this reason, a group of interested citizens joined together to form the Dover Public Education Foundation in support of the students of the Dover School District. Dover is recognized as a gateway to the Ozarks, and the patrons of the Dover School District understand that education is the gateway to our students' future. Hopefully something has been said that piqued your interest in the Dover community and the vision of the Dover Public Education Foundation. I invite you to become partners with us in our efforts as we support education now for the future. You can follow us on Facebook for the latest news, or view our website at doverpef.org for more details. Both sites have the capacity for electronic donations by clicking on the Donate button. Thank you for your time and consideration of monetarily supporting the Dover Public Education Foundation.